Hello everyone, it's Robola here, and today we are starting up my new series, which is called Ladder Analysis. I did a similar one for SC2, but um, yeah, I wasn't really feeling SC2 at the time, honestly, and I'm really excited about the remaster, and I've been playing a bunch of Ladder, and I'm really enjoying it, as well as some practice games. So I'm gonna bring this series back in full swing with the remaster. There's also one more thing I want to talk about, and that's the fact that I'm going to start up another series. I really want to cast community games, ladder games, practice games, whatever. Uh, Skill level doesn't matter, low level, high level. I'm really up to casting anything. I think StarCraft is a game that should be enjoyed on all levels. Whether you're a pleb with 40 APM or you're a really good like Icy Cup A plus player with like 400 APM. I want to see all of those. So send those in and I'm gonna try to cast them, but I'm also gonna have this series where we watch my games and analyze them. Uh, I'm not sure if I'm gonna do more of a casting style with the community replays or if I'll do an analysis. Probably won't do an analysis because I don't know anything about the non-Terran matchups. So uh, I'm gonna leave my mail in the description down below. If you're too lazy, it's Robola um, at robola222 at gmail.com. But I'll leave a link down below so you can send in your replays there if you would like. But with that said, we're gonna jump in to this game. So I'm Terran, as I was in StarCraft 2 as well, and I'm spawning here in the right hand side of Python, and my opponent is a Zerg player. His name is 111. It's pretty hard to say. And he's the Zerg player spawning on the left hand side. So this map is Python. It's a pretty standard map. You have your natural expansion. We can actually zoom out. Oh, I love this. You actually have your natural expansion down here. This choke is a lot wider than on other maps, so that's something to keep in mind. Does favor Zerg a bit. Your third base is really awkward to secure. Actually, this sort of covers up a bit. It's pretty awkward, yeah. But this third is kind of awkward to defend. And then you also have an island expo behind here. So but it's really impossible to take if you spawn like this because the spawning points are here, 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 and here. So that's something to keep in mind. And then the third base is kind of hard to take and hold. But it's also pretty easy to deny as Terran because of this wide ramp. Like, because on some other maps, the Zerg player can just take a main. And I suppose they could do that here too, and just put lurkers here. But this base is actually really awkward for Zerg to take, as opposed to like Fighting Spirit or something where it's pretty easy. So with that said, we're going into this replay. I'm sending up my scout, getting my ranks up, nothing out of the ordinary. Looks like my opponent is going to go for the 12 hatch, which is also pretty standard. I was going to do my standard thing this game, which is 4x biopressure into SK Terran. I usually mix in a lot of tanks in my SK Terran. I know it's not the preferred way, but I feel more comfortable with tanks because I'm trash at dealing with lurkers. I actually dealt with lurkers quite well this game, I must say, but yeah. So grabbing his... Oh, is he gonna be really greedy? No, that's probably a scout. It's probably a scout. Probably gonna start up my second supply depot there. So not much happening in the beginning. Yeah, pretty slow start. Nothing really weird there. So I'm scouting him out, seeing this. When I see a quick expansion, I usually feel comfortable cutting some marines and getting my expand out quicker. Otherwise, I want to have constant marine production. I think I'm cutting marine production at 2 marines here. I don't know. Yeah, so his pool is not even done, so I feel pretty safe as of now. Yes, I've been really working on my mechanics, and just like a couple of days ago, actually, I didn't hotkey my army, and I've been really working on that over the last couple of days. So I feel like I'm actually pretty decent now at hotkeying my army and actually moving it across the map. I still have some things to work on, like actually hotkeying my medics and marines separately, because currently I'm not doing that. Which you really need to, so you can actually reactively stim reliably. Because now I'm control clicking marines and stimming, which is not the preferred way of doing it. But at least I'm hotkeeying my army, so that's something. Yeah, so he's doing like a pretty late gas. I don't know the timings really, but you're supposed to. I feel like the gas is pretty late, but yeah. Did he get it after? No, well, he got it after his third hatch. Actually, I didn't know that. I thought you got it after, right after pull. I guess he's not worried about getting at circling speed that quickly. Yeah, so I'm just keep making marines, getting. I should start my academy. Right about now. Academy. There you go. Yeah, so I'm still actually. I kept my SCV alive, so I can actually get in here again. I don't think I saw very much my second time around there, but. So, should add on another rack now as well. Lifting off my CC. I usually expand on the high ground. With the opening he did and the fact that I scouted, I probably could have planted on the low ground, but I don't feel like this wastes that much time. And I like to be safe to hold this ramp, and especially on Python with this wide choke, it's a bit more risky. Yes, his first circlings are coming in, but I have more than enough marines now. Yeah, he's not going to be able to do much. He's not going to be able to run past or anything, so. Transferring some SCVs. As well. Can see what he's doing. He's just, yeah, smacking up. So. Getting his creep colonies as he should. Because you need about 4 by the time the biopush arrives. So, I'm actually spending my money quite well, and I'm actually making SCVs pretty much all the time, so. I'm getting better at this game, which I'm still fucking awful, but you know, it's as long as you're improving, I feel like that's a good thing. Yeah, so my standard setup is usually that I just get a camera key on my CCs, because I feel like that's the easiest way of doing it. Because you could hotkey your CCs and build SCVs while, like, maybe monitoring your marines. The problem is, in Brood War you actually have to tell every SCV to mine, which means it doesn't actually help that much to build SCVs if you're not actually telling them to mine, so. Just hitting F2 and F3 repeatedly to build SCVs and send them to mine is pretty good. Actually so I'm gonna talk about this a bit. So I saw his links, and I saw him running up here, which I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. So my first thought was push, right? Because that's what you do in this matchup, you push with bio. But I saw him moving up here, so I'm like, well, as soon as I move out, he's just gonna try to do a run by and kill some SCVs. So I was like, well, I'm gonna stay out here, and then when he moves in, I'm gonna sandwich him here between and kill all his links, which is what I did. So now I'm gonna move across the map. It did buy him some time though, so. I don't think I could have pushed in here anyway, actually. So I don't think it would have mattered that much. Yeah, I should get a 4th rack now. Actually, it's a bit late. Also a bit of a supply block there, which is not great. Yes, I see these creep colonies. I think maybe I can steam in here. No, there's no way. No way. So I'm just backing off. So usually what I do with this first squad of Marine Medic is I bounce around between all the bases to see where he takes his third. It's usually pretty hard to know exactly where they're gonna do it. I think the best third here would be this one, if I'm not mistaken. I think this one is fine too, but this one is clearly the better choice. But he actually opts for this one, which I think is a terrible idea, sir. Getting this as your third. It's impossible to hold this really wide ramp. Look how wide this ramp is. It's actually ridiculous. So, yeah, I'm getting my turrets as well. So usually a good timing for your engineering bay is as soon as your bio push moves up. It usually gives you time to get the turrets up in time before the mutas arrive. And I believe he does have his mutas on the way. Yeah. I didn't actually check if he went lurkers before mutas or vice versa. If you don't know, you can choose if you want to go mutas or lurkers first as Zerg. So that's It usually doesn't change the way I play very much. I get turrets anyway. Maybe there's a way to scout for it, but I don't think you can reliably scout for mutas or lurkers. Please tell me if you think you can, because I'm not sure if there's a reliable way to do it. But yeah, just building up. I should start my factory about now as well. Yeah, so one thing I really messed up with this game was the gas. I didn't get my second gas until way late in this game. So. I wouldn't say that's something I can work on, but I usually get it in time with this game. This game is really hard, guys. Like, you do one thing well, and then you fuck up everything else, because this game is so hard. It's impossible to do everything well. But this game I really focused on SCV production and army hotkeying. That's a good rule to make. I think D9 talked about this once, that, or maybe it was Orthosis actually, or maybe both of them, I'm not sure, that you actually focus on one or two things every game, and make sure you get that down. And this game for me was trying to hotkey my army properly and SCV production. So that's probably why I forgot the gas. Yeah, a bit sloppy here. Yeah, I'm making more marines. Marines are good. Yeah, so I'm pushing up here because I see that this is... Well, I haven't actually seen his third yet, but these lurkers are pretty telling, let's be honest. Also, having my... This is the problem when I hotkey my medics and marines separately. They just wind up in different places on the map. I don't even know how that's possible. Yes, I'm pulling back because of the mutas. I need my medics. So this is a bit of a dance here. Yeah, pulling back. Yeah, so I'm putting pressure here, but I don't think I can push up here. Like, with really good micro, I think you can kill 3 lurkers, but I don't have faith that I can't. Yeah, and he tries to surround these. I think I actually get away here. Yes, I'm stimming and running away. In the meantime, I'm bringing out the rest of my army. I'm actually hotkeying it at the moment, so... Yeah, here we go. So I hoped he was gonna chase me all the way, and then I could hit him with all these marines. But he wisely actually pulls back, so that's a good thing. I probably have too few medics, to be honest. Probably could use like 5 medics in this army or something. Yeah, some scanning here. He sort of messed up his lurker micro there a bit. Got 3 lurkers for pretty much free there. So it was pretty good to actually lure him out in the middle of the map, because you really don't want to fight in the middle of the map with lurkers early on. This is the stage of the game where Zerg can't really fight Terran straight up. They really just need to sit tight until they get Hive, so they can get either Defilers, which is the best choice in my opinion, or Ultralisks, which some people choose to get. So yeah, he's trying to mute a micro, but it really doesn't work. I have too many marines. I also have +1, which is really nice. I usually get it as soon as the engineering bay finish up. It's really nice upgrade to have. Yeah, so I got more racks, started tank, starting my science facility. This is also something I usually do. As soon as the starport finish up, I get control tower, because duh, and start up the science facility, but you can actually usually squeeze in a dropship in between before you start science vessels. So a dropship is really useful to have. You can drop and be annoying, right? It's never bad to just get a dropship. Yeah, so I take out this base. Now I'm far ahead, right? Now I'm really far ahead. This micro isn't great. I try to run this marine ahead to lure the lurker spikes away from my main army, but I'm probably gonna kill these lurkers, I think. Did they get away? I don't remember. No, they got away. Yeah, so keep making units behind this on 8 tracks. Getting some tanks out as well. I really don't feel comfortable fighting lurkers without tanks. I've done a decent job this game of actually cleaning lurkers with marine medic, but I really don't like doing it. And I also, like, now is the time for my gas. Now is the time for my gas. Like maybe a minute ago. Actually, when you play SK Terran, you don't need that much gas until you start up science vessel production. Right. Yeah, so this is really stupid by him. This lost him the game. Like, There's no way you can push in here now. I guess he was feeling pretty desperate since I did snipe his third. Like, he was already way behind here. Yeah, and I haven't set my rally point. I really need to work on that, setting rally points for my structures. It's pretty awkward because I use number 8 for macros. I think I hotkey like this barracks or something. Then you double tap 8 to go back to macro. So it feels really awkward. I guess you set up a temporary camera key over them, and then like a camera key down here, so you can quickly bounce back and forth and do your current rally point. That's probably something I'm gonna work on next game. There you go. So moving across the map right now. Is these hold position actually? I don't think they are. Ooh, they're on hold position. Damn. Oh shit! React! Let's be honest, that's a pretty fast reaction. That's like the best reaction you can hope for. What's my upgrade at? +1. God, I didn't start armor? Wow. I think I thought I did, but I think I didn't have enough gas at the time. Yeah, so I'm pushing in here now with tanks and marines, and by this point he's pretty dead. Like he doesn't, like he actually needs the foilers to deal with this army. Like there's really no other way to do it. And he also doesn't, well, I actually rebuilt his third. I didn't know about that. But he's not close to having a 3 base economy. I should really expand now as well. Probably down here, but he is keeping an eye. Actually, I did have... Where did my dropship? This is something I want to check. Where did my dropship go? I did build a dropship. Oh, it was over there. I even loaded it up and everything. I was gonna drop somewhere, but yes, I didn't really. I didn't know where it went. I was like, oh, didn't I have a dropship somewhere? And I never found it. So here it is, the lost dropship. Yes, I'm pretty conservative here. I don't really want to lose everything. I don't know what the fuck my unit. Why am I going back? Yeah, I'm currently hotkeying everything in my base, so slowly pushing the tanks forward, right? Yeah, here we go. The rest of my army come. Also sent in a bunch more. Like one aspect that people don't really talk about in StarCraft 1 is like people talk about macro and how it's really important, and it is. Macro is really important in this game, but I feel like macro is more important in StarCraft 2 actually, proportionally speaking. Because the thing is, in StarCraft 2, you can get by with 0 micro, right? You can F2A your units and they will do something. They will do pretty well on their own. But in this game, so I won. Yeah, big surprise. But in this game, you really have to hotkey your units and have some sort of micro, because yeah, sure, you can build a bunch of units, but you have to be able to move them across the map reliably. Like if you build 100 marines, like you have to be able to move those marines across the map. And that's really the problem. So I think micro is actually almost as important as macro. I don't know if you consider like moving your army across the map to be micro, really. It's more like just getting your unit from point A to point B. Like you don't have to actually know very many fancy micro tricks. But like you have to actually know how to move a large army across the map, which is a really hard skill to master in this game actually. So that was an analysis of one of my ladder games. Probably gonna do one where I lose next, because that's useful. Probably a TVP, because I'm terrible at TVP. I'm absolutely atrocious. But as I said in the beginning of the video, please send me your replays, because I'd love to cast some. As I said before, level doesn't matter. I'm really up to casting any level of replay. So if that's something that would be interesting to you, the mail is robola222@gmail.com. So, and it's also linked down below. So, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.